A sophomore from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, number 22, Harper Sellers. A freshman from Akron, Pennsylvania, number 25, Emily Lance. And in goal for the Eagles, a freshman from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, number 35, Kylie Troyer. The Eagles are coached by Cameron Nazarano. She is assisted by Gina Miller and Courtney Wilson. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Swarthmore Garnet. A sophomore from Amherst, Massachusetts, number 1, Marion Carr. A junior from Millington, New Jersey, number 5, Chelsea Semper. A junior from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, number 8, Sammy Martin. A freshman from Raritan, New Jersey, number 10, Martina Campbell. A freshman from Glenridge, New Jersey, number 12, Grace Twitchell. A sophomore from Halifax, Massachusetts, number 14, Emily Hapgood. A freshman from Ann Arbor, Michigan, number 15, Andy Tappenden. A sophomore from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, number 16, Samantha Meacock. A junior from Virginia Beach, Virginia, number 18, Adina Gordon. A freshman from Collingswood, New Jersey, number 23, Quinn Baiswitz. And in goal for the Garnet, a sophomore from Pocomoke, Maryland, number 88, Erin Langford. Swarthmore is coached by Hannah Harris. She's assisted by Abby Kemble and Ainsley Rhodes. Fans, at this time, we'll be presenting our national anthem.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network for tonight's field hockey action as the Eastern University Eagles take on the Swarthmore College Garnet in this non-conference matchup. Eastern coming into this game 3-6 overall, just off the Garnet's 3-5 overall record. Garnet coming off a big 4-1 conference win down the road in Westminster, Maryland against McDaniel. Sammy Martin scoring twice in that game to secure the Garnet a big win and their first of the conference season after having suffered losses to Dickinson, that one being in overtime, and then a 4-0 loss to top 10 nationally ranked Ursinus. Emily Hapgood back into the lineup for the Garnet tonight. They'd been missing her for 4 games. She'll start in place of Callie Cho, who will begin the game on the bench. Also, Adina Gordon, the other starter. She's been in and out of the starting lineup, but she will be starting tonight. So the bench right now, Cho, Heidi Van Voorhees, and Fiona Heaps, along with freshman keeper Julia LeBlanc. Garnet have been solid in defense all season. Other than that loss to Ursinus, their biggest loss until that point had been 2 goals. That was in a 2-0 loss to Stockton. But they'd been playing very solid defense. The only issue was, could they score? And they haven't been able to do that consistently this season so far. They've only scored 11 times while allowing in 12 goals. Carsgo pick it up and bring it to the top circle, take a long shot. That gets saved by the keeper, Kylie Troyer, for Eastern. Eastern, on the other hand, the biggest issue for them has been defense. They've conceded 23 times. They've scored 20, so a pretty respectable number of goals. It's just the issue is their defense isn't able to keep them in games, and that's led to those 6 losses. Now, they're coming off of 3 straight 1-goal losses, 1-2 to Alvernia, 4-5 against Elizabethtown, and then 2-3 against Wilkes in their conference opener. So they'll be looking to rebound from those 3 straight losses. And they will quickly have a corner here. So early on, the Eagles awarded a corner, and that has been a big issue for the Garnet dating back to last season, where they've just simply conceded way more corners than they have been able to win. And they've usually done quite well defending them. It's just that if you give your opponent that many opportunities from a set play like this, they're bound to score. Go out to the top of the circle. Semper comes running out. Shot. Taken by Joelle Wash, pardon. Will deflect out of bounds for a Garnet free hit. Meacock at the back. We're used to seeing Chelsea Semper take these, but she's playing a little bit higher up today in number 5 in the maroon. And you can see here coming all the way across midfield, and perhaps a tactical change as she is leading the Garnet right now with 4 goals scored. This is going to settle for Bazowitz, tries to reverse it. And a high stick called inside the circle, so will be brought out. But you can see here, Semper really all the way past midfield. You're used to seeing her as the true center back where Meacock is playing. But with her 4 goals scored this season, which is the team lead, perhaps Coach Harris trying to bring her up more into the midfield and the attack, as she can be a weapon for them if she gets going. Campbell playing as the right back, Hapgood on the left. Pass will go over to Campbell. It's the spot where Callie Cho usually starts, and Campbell was starting in that higher up defender, really the defensive midfielder where Semper is playing today. It'll be a hit along the near sideline for Mariah Green. And a whistle on Adina Gordon, which will give Dickinson the hit that'll skirt all the way through traffic, and Meacock lets it roll out the back. Garnet hit from the top of the circle. Gets the pass over to Semper. Now she tries to step upfield, able to connect with Twitchell on the far side. Out of bounds, last touch by Eastern. Hapgood will center it for Semper. Now she passes up ahead, Carr running with it. Carr able to win the hit. Just inside the 25-yard area, Carr takes a shot, still loose in front of the goal. And now it's cleared towards the top of the circle. They couldn't quite get it all the way out. Carr trying to square it back up at the goal mouth. Kept in at the back. Was Tappenden down there fighting for it. Now it'll be played out of bounds, and it glanced off of Tappenden's stick. Carr able to win the hit. She's got Bazowitz, Martin, and Tappenden all in the circle, and now gets taken away by Eastern. Emily Lance getting double teamed there, and perhaps a third stick call. A good run up the sideline by Becky Howard. Eventually is forced out of bound, but touched by Swarthmore. Lifted up. Semper trying to knock it down. It's in the circle, and now it's cleared out the side. Will be a hit for Eastern. Along the near sideline, just about level with the top of the circle. Goes out to Mariah Green. Now in behind for Emily Lance. Controlled at the end line by Campbell trying to clear it out. And Eastern gets it back. Campbell pokes it across the back line. He'll come back out to the 25-yard line. Try to switch fields with Martin giving chase. Now into the circle, the redirect wide. Past Aaron Lankford, who has done an impressive job this season taking over from Zelda Bank. 12 goals allowed with 37 saves, good for a 755 save percentage. Eastern applying a lot of pressure high upfield. Campbell's hit gets deflected, but gets all the way up to Carr. Has to play it back for Meacock. Nearly had it taken off her stick. Now Campbell with the good hit to get it upfield. Tappenden fighting for it and wins the hit. Here comes Gordon, but a little bit of a mistouch there. Though gets it back with the hit for the Garnet. Too far to the inside of Bazowitz that time. Cho and Van Voorhees both preparing to come on, and it'll be Cho in first, taking over from Gordon. See how exactly the Garnet play this formation-wise. They've got 5 true defenders out there in Semper, Cho, Campbell, Meacock, and Hapgood. Martin making a run into the circle. Tries to reverse it, but blocked. And this will be brought out for an Eastern hit. But if they keep... I would like to see if they can bring Campbell up into the midfield. We've seen her perform well there. Right now it's Cho. And you can really see that the Garnet's sitting pretty deep right now. with those 5 defenders, and you're going to struggle to get their offense going with that many maroon jerseys sitting back. Be another hit for Eastern as they try to develop out of their own end. Cho gets the stick but commits the foul in the process. Here she is again. Back to the ball, now gets it through a window to Semper. Semper looking for anywhere to go. And Cho just misses on that ball from Campbell. Hit for Green. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Here comes Joelle Walsh, now with speed along the far sideline. Walsh trying to square back to the middle, and Twitchell able to intercept. Gets caught from behind. So Hapgood will take the free hit from midfield. They'll switch now all the way over to Campbell. Campbell with lots of space. She's wide open. And now takes it all the way down to the circle. Real poor defending from Eastern there. And Campbell nearly able to create a chance inside the circle. Nobody from Garnet able to get their stick on it as it went parallel to the goal mouth. Back in towards the top of the circle. Semper drives it in. Out of bounds. Garnet hit along the far sideline. Twitchell goes back to Hapgood, who can't handle it. Out of bounds, and Eastern trying to get across midfield now. Haley Ferry making her way in for the Eagles. First time tonight. Semper over to Campbell, who's able to control. The second time gets it intercepted by Ferry in her first touch of the game. Ferry trying to get around Campbell. And Campbell obstructs her. And it looks like they'll award the penalty corner. I guess a intentional instruction, they'll call it on Campbell. As Haley Ferry went down, and the second corner of the night for Eastern. Garnet have recorded 4 shots so far, but none of them particularly dangerous. Easy for Kylie Troyer to deal with, and she has with 3 saves on the night. Their shot went wide. Out to the top of the circle. Hard shot. Good save by Langford. And then sent wide as Abigail Geisler tried to jump on the rebound. Initial shot was from Joelle Walsh. And Langford had to get her leg out to put her blocker on it. Up in the air, Ferry able to intercept. Now she sends down. Top of the circle again. And this will go out. Garnet play it quickly up ahead. Van Voorhees trying to give chase. Here's Martin. Martin gets the edge around her defender. Martin, shot gets deflected. Van Voorhees onto it. Van Voorhees takes a shot and scores. Heidi Van Voorhees, it looked like with her back to the goal, puts it into the cage. It was that initial run from Sammy Martin who just beat her defender into the top of the circle, took a shot, had it get deflected, but then settled in a good spot for Heidi Van Voorhees, and she does well to find the back of the cage. And gets her first goal of the season in the process. So the Garnet opening the scoring in the 13th minute, 2:10 left to play in this first quarter. Out of bounds along the far sideline off of Eastern. Hapgood will play it back to Meacock. Over to Campbell with Ferry coming on. Campbell will dribble back towards the middle. Now Carr picks up and has it taken off her stick. It's Jenna Lapp now up the sideline. Ferry not really trying to make a run on that ball. Campbell played up the sideline to Cho. It was Lance who was able to get back to it. Campbell back on the ball, has to play it back to Meacock as Eastern continues to apply pressure high up the field. Hapgood gets it across midfield to Van Voorhees. Twitchell trying to play it back into her path. Passes over Carr with the shot. And it's off the crossbar and in. And I'm actually amazed that they let that goal stand. That looks like a dangerous hit from Marion Carr with the height on that swing, but they will allow it to stand as it deflects in off the crossbar. And I guess she did keep her stick down pretty well. She just managed to get a ton of lift on that ball and in off the crossbar. So Carr with her third goal of the season now to go along with 3 assists. We're inside a minute to play here. And the Garnet staking themselves a 2-0 lead. We've seen that Marion Carr certainly has a flair for the spectacular at times, and that was one of those goals right there. 30 seconds left for Eastern as they try to pull one back in the first quarter. All the way down into the circle. It'll go into the goal, but you can't shoot from outside the circle. Or you can't shoot from outside the circle. So Meacock will take the hit and play it out wide for Hapgood. As the Garnet able to kill off the clock in the first quarter. But a 2-0 lead off of a nice goal from Heidi Van Voorhees in the 13th minute, and then Marion Carr doubling the lead with 48 seconds remaining, and the Garnet getting this game started well. They lead 2-0 over Eastern. We'll be back in just a couple minutes for second quarter action here on the Garnet Sports Network.
Being the first in my family to go to college, it feels empowering.
College is not a 4-year plan. With a degree, you're able to set yourself up for the next 40 years of your life.
My coaches made sure that the student comes first because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete.
They know what it means to be successful off the court. Academics is the most important factor. The athletic scholarship has opened so many doors for me.
I'm excited to see what my future holds.
Two 0 the lead for the Garnet at the start of the second quarter. Goals coming from Heidi Van Voorhees and then Marion Carr deflecting in off the crossbar. It's been a quiet game so far for Abigail Geisler, the leading scorer for Eastern this season with 8 goals. That ball goes out of bounds as Morgan Rule can't keep it in. And, yeah, she had one chance that she sent wide on a rebound off a penalty corner. Bazowitz with it, trying to get it to Carr at the top of the circle. Be a Garnet hit. For, I believe, Semper right at the top, right outside the circle. Semper looking for her pass, now plays it over to Hapgood. Trying to drive it in, but gets blocked. Martin trying to get to the inside. Still Martin. And now cleared out. Carr trying to push into the circle. Gets the free hit right outside. Carr now trying to put the cross in. That'll go wide. And a change at keeper for Eastern as Marley Redfield is in. Into the middle, Bazowitz picks it up, but then has it taken away from her. Up ahead, Semper is there defensively, now tries to play it to Carr. Into the circle for Martin, keeps it in. Still Martin, Tappenden is there trying to chip it. They'll send it out to the 25-yard line. Over to Hapgood. Ali Bomber trying to clear up ahead. Meacock able to get onto that ball. Good stick skills from her as she wins the free hit. Bazowitz has it taken away from her. Now she fights for it, able to get a stick on it and get it away from Lily White. Bazowitz trying to take it up the far sideline. Here she goes. Great run from her, but better defending from Lily White. Now gets it out to the top of the circle, and Carr has it taken away from her. Out wide and a free hit, one for Eastern. Try to switch it over to Morgan Rule. Rule trying to split this Garnet defense. Gets around a couple of defenders, and then Campbell eventually able to get the tackle. And Adina Gordon has it taken off her stick. Green stepping upfield, out wide for Ferry. It's in a dangerous spot near the goal mouth, and Meacock eventually able to pick up. And a free hit for the Garnet. Van Voorhees will come in for Baselitz. Here's Hapgood with lots of space to move. Tries to force a pass through, and it gets deflected, but back to her. And now cleared up the field. And a chance for a 2-on-2 here for Eastern. Geisler there trying to beat Meacock. Hapgood able to get back now. And a free hit for Eastern. Inside their attacking area. Into the circle and over the line. But last touch by Eastern, so a Garnet hit from the top of the circle. Meacock threads a pass through to Carr. And a perfectly hit ball from her out to Andy Tappenden. Tappenden trying to get it in for Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees spinning back on goal, takes a shot wide past the outstretched leg of Marley Redfield. Becky Howard will come on for Eastern. Eastern with a good amount of depth, more than the Garnet. It's been an issue for them in the past, but they have staked themselves a pretty big lead here. So if they just sit back and defend, which they've been very good at this season, they might be able to stick on. But first, a chance for them to add to their lead as they win a corner. Semper on the insert. Finds Carr top of the circle. Lets it rip, but gets deflected. Back up top for Meacock. She takes a shot. Rebounded out again. And another corner for the Garnet. Once again, be Semper on the insert. She had a game earlier in the season against Newman where she scored a hat trick, which was shocking to see from a center back. All of them coming off of penalty corners where she'd be on the insert and then would just make her way to the back post. Nobody would pick her up and she'd be free for a goal. And that's what's given her the team lead in goals this season. That huge game against Newman. Or pardon me, against Cabrini was the opponent. Van Voorhees trying to play it into the path of Gordon, but gets picked up by Rule. Out of bounds off of Gordon's stick. And now Cho will replace her. Garnet with a free hit taken quickly by Tappenden, trying to get it into the middle. Van Voorhees back onto it now at the top for Carr. Can't control it first time. She tries to play it off the blade and able to win the corner. Fiona Heaps, the freshman defender, yet to make an appearance in this one for the Garnet, as they are pretty well stocked with defenders. Semper to Carr once again, takes a step but then plays it over to Meacock. Passes in, Semper trying for the first timer. Meacock again takes a shot. It's loose near the goal mouth.
Shot 5.
And Redfield
For 22.
able to lead it out the side. But it will be a free hit for the Garnet back at the 25-yard marker. Meacock driving it into the circle. Tappenden able to pick it up, trying to get around Redfield, and she does. Andy Tappenden adding to the Garnet lead as she gets her second goal of the season. And just able to get the goalie to jump a little bit early, pulls that ball back with her excellent stick handling skills, and then with the backhand shot around Marley Redfield, and the Garnet lead 3-0. And again, they won't really have to worry about getting tired in the late stages of this game if they can stake themselves a big enough lead, and that's what they seem to be trying to do so far. Good hookup between Tappenden and Show. Able to run that ball down now, crosses it. Nobody on the other end. Martin was in the area. And now Semper with a good step up field has it taken away from her. And here comes Eastern on the break. Good defending by Emily Hapgood. And Heaps is preparing to come in. Meacock picks up the ball deep inside her own territory. Hapgood trying to play it up the sideline. It's picked up by Rule. Here she goes trying to get to the end line. Now crosses it, but Semper is there in the circle and clears it out to Twitchell. Twitchell gets around her defender. Now continuing up the sideline, Martin picks up and gets run off the ball. Into the middle, around Cho goes Haley Ferry. Still Ferry with Cho able to recover, actually not, as it is a free hit just outside the circle. Bazowitz will come back in as Sammy Martin gets a rest. Ball driven through, trying to redirect it was Ferry at the back post. And a corner will be awarded to Eastern, their third of the game. Becky Howard on the insert. To the top, they'll pass it over as Bazowitz came running out. Good work around Langford with the save off the Jenna Lapp shot. Driven up ahead by Semper. Carr trying to play it through. Van Voorhees can't get back to it. Bazowitz trying to track back. Instead, Eastern now trying to build. Picked up by Ferry. And Campbell able to push it off her stick. Be a free hit for Cho. So she'll leave it off for Campbell. on the near side. Lifts this one, looking for Cho. And they'll call an Eastern hit. Green. Picked up by Carr, however. Good interception from her, and now she drives it up the sideline, trickles out of bounds. Martina Campbell's going to come out for the first time. So Twitchell, Campbell, and Martin now all on the bench for the Garnet. Show too aggressive upfield, and it's picked up by Ferry. Martin will come back in for Tappenden. Meacock trying to control inside the area. Now it's into the circle. Semper gets dribbled around. But it's Hapgood who's able to clear it. Bazowitz along the far sideline. Now plays the pass forward to Van Voorhees. Martin in the circle. And a Garnet free hit. Just over 2 minutes left to play in this second quarter. Van Voorhees slaloming her way through traffic, but eventually loses it. And it's cleared all the way down. Lankford is going to kick that one up to Hapgood. A little bit too strong for her, as Becky Howard is able to control. But Hapgood able to win the hit. It gets taken up, and now it goes into the middle. Ferry's there, shot taken at Lankford, and she'll kick it away. Driven back across the circle by Joelle Wash. Nobody on the other end of it. Out the side, though. So chance for Eastern to try to trap it along this near sideline. Show tries to lift it, but just got nowhere near enough on that ball, and it's picked up by Allie Bomber. Gets into the circle. Trying to drive through, and a corner for Eastern. 50 seconds on the clock. They try to drag one back at the end of this first half. Becky Howard on the insert. Shot into the side netting by Walsh. Semper will take this one from the back and has to get intercepted. Semper able to step up, win it back. Nowhere for her to go, and her pass goes to Allie Dickinson. Just about 10 seconds left now. Gets the free hit, but the clock is not going to stop. And now a corner called. One second officially on the clock, but Eastern will get all the time necessary to make this play happen. I guess they're calling Gordon there for the obstruction. Out to the top of the circle. Popped up in the air, over the line, and with that, the first half will end. But the Garnet out to a big lead here against Eastern with Andy Tappenden, Heidi Van Voorhees
Fans' restrooms are located within the lobby of the field house through the iron gates across the track.
And Marion Carr all scoring goals for the Garnet. We've seen them rely on their offense a lot, on their defense, a lot of the time, but in this game, relying.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview.
There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Questbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew on a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
guys 7 years ago couldn't.
Welcome back to the Garnet Sports Network. Second half action about to begin here between the Garnet and the Eastern University Eagles. Garnet up 3-0 at the moment, thanks to goals from Heidi Van Voorhees, Marion Carr, and Andy Tappenden. And it's been offense carrying them so far in this one. Defense solid as always, but not the star of the show tonight. Bazowitz fighting for it. Now gets it to Tappenden. Harried along the far sideline, but now able to get the edge. And now has it taken away. Here comes Eastern back on the attack. Passed over, now trying to drive it in. Hapgood clears it away. It's Joe Walsh. Semper able to get the stick on to deflect it. Picked up again, shot saved by Lankford. And Hapgood will pick it up at the back line. Gets it forward to Twitchell. And she has her stick get hit. Sellers. Now is it taken away. Twitchell back on it. Leads it forward to Martin. Has to play it back to Semper as nobody was getting upfield quickly for her. Tappenden in the middle. Tappenden trying to get into the circle. Now takes a shot wide. Marley Redfield remaining in the game as the goalie for Eastern. Out of bounds along the far sideline, but Eastern will get the free hit. Into the middle, Eastern back on it. Back into the middle comes Wash. Hapgood does well to stand her up defensively, but Twitchell has her pass get blocked. Harper Sellers trying to get the edge on Hapgood, and it will be a free hit. Twitchell plays it out the back. Bring it back out to the 25-yard line. Fired into the circle, now lifted up. Good save by Lankford. But a corner awarded to the Eagles. Now they're 5th of the game. Insert goes to the top of the circle. Wash takes the shot. Another save for Lankford. Lankford has had a pretty busy night in goal. 5 saves so far against 11 shots for Eastern. Garnet standing tall for now as it comes back out to the line for an Eastern hit. They'll maintain possession. Wash dancing around to the top of the circle. Shot. Another save for Lankford. And a foul called in the process. Meacock. And just a poor pass from her behind Emily Hapgood. Had a ton of time and a wide open Hapgood along the near sideline, but just threw it away. Here comes Wash trying to get around Twitchell into the circle. Lankford has to kick it out. There's the shot and a goal for Abigail Geisler. She'd had a quiet game up to this point, but finds herself in the right place at the right time and adds to her team-leading total, now with 9 goals on the season through 10 games. Lily White credited with the assist. Marin Carr playing practically as a midfielder today. Bazowitz over to Tappenden. She's got it down in the corner. Try and play it back in. Redfield connect. A lot of contact there. Martin trying for the reverse. Here's Bazowitz, picks up inside the circle, trying to cross it back. Nobody able to get onto it for the Garnet, as somehow that ball managed to get untouched through about 6 to 8 people. Played out of bounds by Hapgood. That'll give the Garnet a chance to reset defensively, but a free hit. Picked up by Twitchell as the Garnet have numbers going upfield. Here's Martin. Taken away from her, but a hit awarded. Hapgood. Trying to get it through traffic. Remains Garnet ball. Twitchell trying to get through, but went too early. Hapgood instead will play it back to Meacock. Back out to the 25-yard line. Looks like Semper will take this hit. And Carr has it taken away from her, and a chance on the break now for Eastern. Meacock to beat for Allie Bomber. Able to stay on that ball. Garnet recovering somewhat. Hapgood on it. Bomber trying to cross it. Becky Howard couldn't control effectively. So it'll come out for a Garnet hit. Hapgood. Played up the sideline to Twitchell. Tackle from behind by Joelle Walsh, and that's going to be a card for her. So green card for Joelle Walsh as she tackled Twitchell from behind. Caught the foot, bring her down in the process, so she'll take a seat for 2 minutes. Hapgood driving it into the circle, but intercepted by Eastern. Carr got it back for a second there, still fighting for it, and wins the corner for the Garnet. Chelsea Semper on the insert. Played out to Meacock, over to Carr, can't control. Gets it back, now sweeps it into the circle, redirected at goal. Redfield is down, saved at the goal line. And it'll come out, it did go into the goal, but called out. And Eastern trying to build out of their end. Taken away, however. Martin able to get back onto it. She's got Twitchell to her left. Plays it to her. Twitchell now into the circle. And there's the call. Corner for the Garnet. Last time they tried to play it out to Meacock first, but then Carr couldn't corral her pass. They'll try it out to Meacock again. Pass over to Carr. Just again, a little bit of a heavy touch from the forward. And now Eastern trying to go on the break. Hapgood coming over to try and blow it up. Bazowitz also tracking all the way back along with Twitchell. Hit for Eastern. Tried to go quickly, but too quick. Deflected into the air. Perhaps off a foot, so they'll call it out for a Garnet hit. Twitchell able to pick up. Beautiful ball from the back there. Twitchell now trying to play in Van Voorhees. Couldn't keep her feet away from it. Now getting the edge is Lily White. Out of bounds. Hit for White. Twitchell gets a stick onto it. Picked up and now getting around Hapgood is Howard. And Hapgood has definitely looked a little slow tonight in her first game back after missing 4. See her pace just not where it usually is. She's been able to make up for it with her length and her size. But you can see she's gotten dribbled around a couple of times here. Campbell from the back shoots it on up ahead, and it's picked up. Tapping into the circle, gets deflected over the back. But they will call it a corner.
All right, here we go with you. Hold them up.
So the Garnet continuing to apply the pressure. They've got 16 shots tonight, 10 of them on goal. And 6 corners now to their name.
Come on, Eastern.
Semper on the insert, out to Carr. Once again, can't control it first time. Campbell drives it in, the shot! Chelsea Semper takes a deflection, and Chelsea Semper once again, that was how she had that hat trick against Cabrini, just positioning herself at the back post immediately after the corner. And then Semper able to punch it home, took a deflection perhaps off of Lily White as she tried to clear it off her line. But either way, Chelsea Semper with her team-leading 5th goal of the season. All of them coming off of set pieces. Now, you'd think people would realize at this point when they're scouting an opposing team, all right, you mark this player when they take the insert on penalty corners. But apparently opponents not watching enough film. Van Voorhees has got it. Now plays it into the circle. Tapping in. Try to pull it back to the middle. Still loose down there. Redfield is down, saved off the line. Over the back. And it'll be a hit for Eastern. It's about 3.5 minutes left in this third corner. Still a 3-goal lead for the Garnet as they've traded goals in this third frame. Hapgood will have the hit, plays it over to Meacock. A little bit late on her pass, but Campbell able to get it. Up ahead, oh, almost a golden opportunity there for Joelle Walsh. Wash, pardon, as it was a bit of a slow roller from Meacock, but just whiffed on the ball. Now Garnet have it in the circle. Reversed. Tapping trying to bang it home, but can't. Tappenden will run it down. And now called out. Semper gets whistled. Passed out wide for Dorwart. Loses it out of bounds. Be a hit for Hapgood along the near side. Up ahead into the path of Bomber. If it had been to her inside shoulder, she might have been in on goal. Bomber trying to get around Meacock, but she's able to pick it back up. Ahead for Cho. And now just rips one upfield, letting Tappenden get onto it. Tappenden top of the circle, spinning around. Redfield coming off her line and just threw off the timing on Tappenden's shot. Deflects off of Gordon, free hit for Eastern. They try to work it up the sideline. Semper able to get her stick down and save that one. Now trying to play it through. Van Voorhees got Sammy Martin as the runner. Van Voorhees trying to chip Redfield and just put it wide. Looking for a second goal of the night there. Just couldn't bring it back on frame inside the final 10 seconds. And time will expire in the third quarter. So the Garnet and the Eagles trade goals. It's Chelsea Semper scoring for the Garnet, Abigail Geisler for Eastern. But still a 3-goal lead for the Garnet heading into the fourth and final quarter.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Won the lead for the Garnet at the beginning of the fourth quarter, building off of that 4-1 win over McDaniel on Saturday. So they look to extend their lead while the Eagles trying to get back into this one. Here comes Haley Ferry trying to put the cross in, deflects off of Hapgood. Back out to the 25-yard line. Garnet will have a tough opponent in Franklin and Marshall. Goal scored by Morgan Rule for Eastern. And just like that, it's 4-2. So Eastern still alive in this one.
Eastern goal scored by number 24, Morgan Rule.
Yeah, it was a nice pass off the free hit by, I believe, Becky Howard, and just beautifully placed pass. Morgan Rule standing more or less unmarked at the back post and able to redirect it around a sprawling Aaron Langford. The Garnet, so they have F&M this Saturday for Garnet weekend, which will be a tough matchup. I believe F&M ranked in the top 10 nationally at the moment. Carr inside the circle, deflected by Redfield, and then will just skirt just wide of the post. I think in last week's poll, Johns Hopkins, F&M, and Ursinus were ranked as the 8, 9, 10 teams in the nation. Haverford also getting votes, so a pretty stacked Centennial Conference this season. The Garnet will have one of those opponents. They've already played Ursinus, but still with F&M left to be played, and then Hopkins on the road. It'll be 2 weeks from the Saturday. Shot! Another absolute rip from Marion Carr.
Swarthmore goal scored by number 1, Marion Carr.
Her second of the night, and another fantastic goal from Carr. Her first one deflected off the crossbar and then in. She didn't need the crossbar that time. She got the pass from Van Voorhees, picked it up, brought it right to the edge of the circle, and then let fly, and gives the Garnet a 5-2 lead. Score updates from some of the Garnet road games today. Garnet women's soccer team, who have opened up their Centennial Conference slate not quite in the way that people would have hoped, are currently in a scoreless tie with Washington College down in Maryland. Men's soccer playing in Collegeville at Ursinus, also in a scoreless tie at the beginning of the second half. So still a chance for the Garnet to complete the sweep on the day in terms of their games. Pass goes down, and winning the foul is Geisler. Into the circle, Langford has to kick it away. Geisler still on it, wins the corner. It'll be Morgan Rule on the insert. We saw Becky Howard taking most of them, though she's on the sideline at the moment. Top of the circle. Now passing over, lifted up high, and over the back. So free hit for Meacock from the top of the circle. Hapgood trying to work it up the sideline, but trickles out. She was looking for Twitchell. Crossed in. Believe that got caught in the feet of Semper, and it will be a corner for Eastern. Rule again on the insert. Top of the circle over to Jenna Lapp. Picked up by by Ferry. And Hapgood clears it away. Goes out the back, so we'll come back out to the 25-yard line. Actually, they'll call it hit the cone. I guess they'll call it going out the side. But a free hit nonetheless for Eastern. Ferry trying to cross it in, but a whistle blows. Hapgood will play it over to Meacock. Twitchell coming off for Heaps. Hapgood up ahead for Martin, but picked back up by Eastern. Kept in along the near sideline by Bomber and wins the free hit. Bomber trying to dribble her way around Hapgood. Driven into the circle, and Ferry with the dangerous ball there. Meacock has it intercepted and cleared away from the circle. Heaps Whistle blows. Garnet free hit. Keeps there, fighting for it along the near sideline. Won, however, by Maisie Dorwart. Hit for Eastern. Braun to the circle. Semper able to get it. Heaps trying to keep her stick down defensively. Cross to the back post and over the back line. So Meacock will take the hit from the back, drives it up ahead, or at least tries to, as Ferry was able to get her stick on it. Basowitz has to track back, picks it up along the far sideline and wins the free hit. Up ahead to Heaps. Gets her past to Van Voorhees. He is now Carr. Top of the circle. Takes another shot. Saved by Redfield. Tappenden is there and it's led over the back line. Loose inside the circle. Heaps trying to get onto it, but it will be a Garnet corner. Top of the circle. Campbell takes a shot. Saved. And now here comes Eastern on the counter. Into the middle. Hapgood tried to win it, but instead conceded the free hit. Dorwart with Heaps on her. Pass back out to Sellers, and now Martin able to pick it up. One back by Jenna Lapp. Now here's Becky Howard. Trying to square it up. Nobody able to get on the other end of it. Langford with the save. Still loose inside the circle. And now the corner one for Eastern. Top of the circle, shot gets deflected up into the air, actually. Looked like it skipped off of something there and up into the air, but they'll just call it out for a Garnet hit. Picked back up by Wash. Into the circle, direct around Lankford. Goes wide. Callie Cho's go come on, replacing Hapgood. Heaps up ahead for Semper. Looks like it went just out of bounds there, but no call. Saved at the back. Van Voorhees coming across, shooting across her body. And now it'll come back out for a free hit for Eastern. Tapping in inside the circle, gets the corner for the Garnet.
Here we go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Semper will be on the insert as usual. Meacock at the top gets her either her pass or her shot deflected. Now Meacock takes the shot, rebounded back out to her. Try and drive it back into the circle. Another corner.
Here we go, defense. Hold them up. Let's go, defense. Come on, EU.
Semper.
Come on, EU.
Pass to the top of the circle for Carr. Takes the shot. Has it blocked. Now fired across. Called back out. Or actually, it is a goal. I believe it's Chelsea Semper again. Actually, they will give it to Tappenden. I thought maybe that Semper had redirected it at the back post, but evidently not. Apparently, it was already over the line. So Tappenden gets her second goal of the night and gives the Garnet the 6-2 lead. So now 2 goals for Carr, 2 for Tappenden, and 1 each for Van Voorhees and Semper. Unable to keep it in at the back was Emily Lance, so it'll come back out for a Garnet hit. Campbell has it taken away from her along the far sideline. Free hit for Eastern. Fired back into the circle, but picked up by Semper. Tries to play it out wide to Cho, and she does, as Cho just saves it at the end. Come back out for a Garnet hit. Top of the circle. Carr. Drive it all the way upfield. Trickle out the side for an Eastern free hit. So the Garnet coming away with a 6-2 win over Eastern. Marion Carr with a couple of goals, Andy Cabenden with a couple, and then Chelsea Semper and Heidi Van Voorhees with one each. Semper continues to lead the team in scoring with 5 goals so far this season. Almost never that you see that from a center back. Wasn't playing as a center back today, but we'll continue to call her that because it sounds more impressive. But the Garnet building off of that 4-1 win over McDaniel, but a tough test coming up. They'll have F&M at home on Saturday. Game will be played at 7 p.m. and we hope you'll join us then. I'll have the call for that, and we look forward to you joining us on the broadcast for that game. This is Jacob Brady saying have a good night.